Hi, thanks for joining me today. This is the project I'm going to show you in this video, and it's just this little mini gift box or a gift bag, kind of depending upon how you finish it off. It can kind of function as a gift box or a treat box or like a little mini gift bag. You can see this one, I just have some Christmas Hershey Kisses in there, and I created this window in the front of it, and I am going to show you how to do that. And I just tied it closed with a little piece of twine. You could certainly punch 2 holes in it and string a ribbon through on the front and on the back, just like a regular gift bag, and then it would just be like a tiny little gift bag. Or you could leave it open on the top. I just put some tissue paper in here and made a little tag and stuck that on the front, and guess what? Doesn't have to be a treat box. A little jewelry box, earring or necklace box, you can kind of see what size that is, fits in here perfectly as well. So this is a great way to dress up a special little jewelry gift. If you're giving any sort of small gift, this is a great way to dress it up. So let me show you how to make this project. Let's get started. The first thing that you need is a piece of designer paper or cardstock that measures 5 by 9.5, and I'm using this Cherry Cobbler and Very Vanilla pattern from the Be of Good Cheer collection, which is in the main catalog. On the 9.5 inch side, you're going to start by scoring it at 1/2 inch, which is a little bit of a tight fit, but you can do it. You can get your fingers in there. Score that at 1/2 inch. Then at 2 inches, five inches, and 6.5 inches. Then you're going to turn it onto the 5 inch side, and at this point you want to make sure that if you have pattern paper that has a right way, that the top is to your right. So if you had like a text print or something that needs to be the right side up, you would want to make sure that the top was over here and the pattern was working its way towards the left. And we're going to score this at 1.5. Now we're going to go through and fold on all our score lines, and remember that you fold away from the score line that you created. I'm also going to use my bone folder, make sure I get a nice crease on all these folds. Also want to make sure that the top and the bottom line up properly. So now you want to grab your paper snips, and these are perfect for this job. I hope you can see here there's a little rectangle here that's created by these 2 score lines. We're going to go ahead and just trim that off completely. So now it looks like this. And now on all these score lines down here that intersect with our long score line, you're just going to cut up until it meets the perpendicular score line. Now you want to fold this tab in, and you're going to put some sticky strip along the fold. Need a little bigger piece there. I actually ran out of sticky strip, so that's why I'm using this other kind of tape. Just trim off the excess. Okay. So that sticky strip is going to be all along the fold of that tab. Before I take off the backing of that sticky strip, I forgot, this is when you need to die cut your window if you're choosing to do so. So I can show you on the back side because it's a little bit easier to see those score lines. You've got this tab over here, and then there's the 1.5 inch panel. And then this next one right here is where you're going to put your window. So I'll flip it over, and you can see from this side there's the tab, there's a 1.5 inch panel here, and then it's kind of right here. You probably can't see that very well on this green or red side here. So I'm actually just for ease of placement here, I'm going to fold it in, but make sure that you unfold it before you run it through your Big Shot. And I'm just going to position my label framelit here exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to take a Post-it note and just position that over the framelit to make sure that it stays in place. Make sure you unfold it, and then you're going to run it through your Big Shot just like this. Now, to help with the stability of your box and also so that your treats don't fall out, this is a very important step. I do have a piece of window sheet here, hope you can kind of see that, that's cut to just a little bit larger than my window, and that's going to help your box be really good and stable, and obviously also so your treats don't fall out. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a little bit more of my tape here. I would recommend using sticky strip. Again, this is all I have. I forgot to buy more sticky strip. So I'm just working my way around the outside here. Okay, and once all that adhesive is exposed, I'll just very carefully take my window sheet, line it up over the window. Oops, I missed a piece of tape here. Okay, I'll go ahead and press that in place. So just have a little scrap of very vanilla cardstock here. My stamp is my sentiment and sort of focal image in one. It's from More Merry Messages, and it says, "Thinking of you and wishing you the happiest season ever." I'm using Old Olive ink, and I'll just go ahead and stamp that. And now I have the smallest of the labels framelits, and I'm just going to line that up over top of my greeting. And once again, use my Post-it to hold it in place and run it through my Big Shot. I just want to add a few more little finishing touches to my embellishment here. I've got a couple little pieces of Old Olive cardstock that I cut to 3/8 of an inch by 2 inches. And I just cut little banner ends in the bottoms of those. And I also punched a heart using the mini heart punch out of the Champagne Glimmer paper. I'm just going to put a little bit of snail adhesive on the back here and create like little ribbon ends with my little pieces of cardstock here. Just line those up where I like them. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Just like that. And I'm going to take a mini glue dot and put that towards the bottom of my heart and just attach that up at the top like that. Okay, and then this is going to go right over top of our little window. So I'm going to use my sticky strip replacement again and just put that over top of all the layers just like this. And now of course you won't be able to see this on the inside because you'll have the treats inside the box. Go ahead, take that off, and then I'll bring my box back in. And when you're using nesting framelits like this, it makes it really easy to line up everything perfectly. So that is my little embellishment, looks just like that. And now we can go ahead and put the box together. I've got this tab flipped in here, and I'm just going to remove the backing on my tape. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to fold it right in half and line this edge up with the top edge and with the edge of that fold, just like that. Okay, so you can see now it's kind of going like this. And now we're going to look at the bottom, and this is the front of my box here. So I want to make sure that this is the last flap that I fold in. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take a couple little pieces of my tape, and I'm gonna put one along this bottom edge here, and then I'm gonna flip over my box, and I'm gonna put another along the bottom edge of this flap. Okay, then I'm gonna flip it back over because remember, this one on the front, we wanna make sure that that one gets put down last. So now I've got my box standing up, upside down, and this is the front of my box right here. This is the last flap to go down. I'm gonna push these two flaps in on the sides, remove the backing on my tape, and go ahead and press that in place, making sure that these two sides are lined up. And then really quickly I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna use my bone folder just to make sure that that tape is pressed down really well. Flip it back upside down, take the backing off this last piece of tape, and do the same thing. Just fold it over, making sure that these two sides here are lined up really well. And that's it. There's our box. Now all you have to do, just one more time real quick, run your bone folder along the inside, make sure that that tape is all adhered down really well, and then all we need to do is just pinch in the sides and crease that down a little bit, and you can kind of take that down as far as you'd like. And there you have it. Now if you like, you can punch some holes in the top here. And there you have it. There's your little treat container with the window. Or remember, you can do it certainly without the window as well, and just put some tissue paper in the top like this, just like you would with a regular gift bag. So thank you very much for joining me for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this project and that it helps you with some of your holiday gift giving and gift wrapping needs. If you have any questions, let me know. And until next time, happy stampin'. Bye-bye.